Hi, welcome to Unplugged with Eraldo. Sit back and relax as we have a great show for you today. We will be covering a lot of trending topics and showcasing bridal hair and makeup looks for the spring season, as well as top products for new moms. But first, I have a very special co-host. Many of you are familiar with national TV personality Daryn. She has seen covering red carpets events for Bravo TV. Daryn is also the host of the Oxygen podcast, Martinis and Murder, and she is Andy Cohen's chief of staff. Daryn, I am thrilled to have you on the show. You have no idea.
That was the longest resume.
The longest intro, right?
I call myself a slashy, right? It's like nine different jobs.
Things, right?
Exactly. Pleasure to be here with you today. I'm very excited to chat with you.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Oh, man.
Our viewers want to know a little bit about, Andy. So
I cover Andy Cohen, so I got pop culture on one hand, and then I got true crime on the other. So I do a little fun and a little bit of seriousness, which is fun. They basically pay me to drink at work. I probably have the best job, I think,
yes,
ever.
I think so. I think
you might have the second, but I get paid to do this, so this is good. I've been with Andy for about 8 years.
Okay.
I was his assistant starting off, and I'm still sort of in his life right now, but he named me chief of staff. He pulled me into the office one day, and he was like, Hillary Clinton has a chief of staff, Diane von Furstenberg has a chief of staff.
So why can't I have one, right?
I need one. And I was like, can I put that on my resume?
Yes.
And he was like, sure. I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Well
like,
done.
I don't need, that's the best title bump you could ever get. He is an amazing guy. I love him so much. He's like a brother and a friend and a father all rolled into one, depending on what we're doing.
Okay, well, glad to have you. Okay, guys. Daryn, I know you and I were talking before the show, and we were saying how excited we are to have Collette Smith in the studio today.
Yes, Eraldo, Collette is truly remarkable. She's the NFL's first African-American female coach and the New York Jets' first female coach in franchise history. Collette is also the founder and president of Believe in You Incorporated. Congratulations on your accomplishments, Collette.
Hi.
Thank you. How you doing? I'm happy to be
terrific.
here with you guys.
Thanks for being here.
I got
Where's martinis?
I blame Eraldo for this one. He should have thought ahead. This is not my fault. I came in from New York City today, so he's a local. Blame it on him.
I'm a local, yeah.
I blame it on him. I got to ask you, so you got into, you didn't start off playing football. You actually started off playing dancing ballet, and then you did an entire shift into football.
Why not, right?
Why not?
Right?
I mean, listen, I got 9
Who
jobs.
doesn't, right?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I got 9 jobs. What gave you the courage to sort of make that shift, a little bit later in your life? And how was that transition for you?
That transition was easy for me only because I've always loved football.
Right.
But I was never allowed to play because I'm a girl. So to find football at a late age, I thought I was seeing things. I was like, there's no way that this is true.
Right.
And so I had to take the opportunity. But mind you, I was 42 years old.
That's right. That was my
I was
my
older when I
question.
started playing.
42.
So,
A young 42, of course.
Well,
Of course. I mean,
Yeah,
a
I
trained
kinda-
42-year-old, yeah.
I was spry, a spry 42-year-old, But ballet was fun. I loved it. And then, but my true passion was always football, but was never allowed to play. So jumped into football. I didn't believe I was going to make the team tryouts. I mean, I saw women's pro football tryouts.
Right.
And I'm
Your
like,
dad was an influence, though, right? In your decision.
My dad, you know what? My father and I watched football together, so I
Right.
grew up underneath his armpit, watching football, asking about plays. And
Jets his team?
Jets, we grew up a Jets fan.
J-E-T-S.
Okay, that's
How
what I got
sweet
to
is-
know. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. How sweet
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
perfect.
Yeah,
That's
Right? I mean, anybody else could ask, and I would have been like, fine. Like, okay, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
You know what I mean? But it was the Jets.
Couldn't say no to that.
Definitely
say
not.
no,
This was a big up for women and girls.
Right.
You know?
So how did the Jets organization come to you? How did they find out about you? What was their...
I forced myself on them.
Okay. It's great. It's awesome.
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
Girls got to do, right?
And
Knock
so
that
I
door.
was in it. So it's interesting because when I played football, I played for 3 years. I didn't get much playing time. I was older. I had injuries, but I was a student of the game.
Right.
So I became a coach my 3rd year after playing. So I coached for 4 years with Women's
Right.
Pro, and then I became also the director of PR and marketing for my Women's Pro team. So now I was out there setting the tone. Jets fans, the sisters of the
Right.
Jets, so I was setting it,
Yeah.
right.
Smart. Bring in more women
Yeah.
in the game.
Right.
Come on.
Absolutely.
We need it. We
Right?
need it.
And so then I started getting all these phone calls. Somebody from the Jets organization, I had a lengthy conversation. And
With
I
Todd
got
Bowles, right?
wasn't Todd Bowles.
Oh, really?
It was an executive staff member, And then I got on-field access. So I wanted to learn to be a better coach for my women. So I asked for on-field access. And they made it happen.
Wow.
I had to keep pressing that envelope, though. Like, hey, you said you're going to call me Wednesday. It's Friday.
It's Friday. What's the matter
So
with
I
you?
kept making, and it happened. So I got on-field access. I had already known Mike McCagnon, the GM, and Neil Glatt, the vice president.
What do you think's the hardest thing? Sorry to
No,
interrupt.
go ahead, go
What do you
ahead.
think's the hardest thing about being a woman in football?
Playing or coaching?
Both.
That's a good question. Right.
Well, playing was difficult for me because I was always saying sorry. You'll find that when you tackle.
Right.
So what?
Yeah.
I may tackle you at a scrimmage.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, or I had to, and
Right.
we get up and we do it again. Men don't do that. Men
No.
don't say sorry. So that was the hard part. Like, it's not natural to slam somebody to the ground.
Right.
It isn't natural.
Yeah,
So as
yeah.
a girl, playing dancing ballet.
Yeah, right.
If you hit somebody, you got in trouble.
Of course.
So that was the hardest part for me, was to stop saying sorry when I tackle.
Wow.
And to tell, so then when I became a coach, I would tell the rookies that came in, don't say sorry on
Stop
the field.
apologizing.
Stop apologizing.
Stop
right.
apologizing.
So, Collette, I know you have some special news you want to share with our viewers. Tell us what that is.
NAACP, Super Bowl maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've heard of this.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
right.
Yeah,
So like, there's a lot of good things going on. It's amazing how good things come to you when you give good things to others.
That's right.
So I've been using my platforms as a superhero cape, if I may, to empower Black youth and girls in particular. And I visit a lot of schools. The NAACP got wind of me, and they're giving me the Trailblazer Award.
That's amazing.
And I'll be keynoting
my
their
God.
evening.
Well
And
deserved.
crazy
Of course.
enough, guess who did it last year? So Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son was honored and keynoted last
Wow.
year. This year, I don't know, Coach Collette Smith is going to be doing
You're in
that.
good company.
So I'm really, I'm
Yeah,
kind
come on now,
of, I'm
come
kind
on.
of pumped
Yeah.
up.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, look, I'll be wearing a gown, but I might get everybody riled up in there. I don't know. So yeah,
You got the energy for it. I like that.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Believe in You? You started it. What inspired you to do it, and what's Believe in You all about?
So Believe in You Incorporated, I founded that in 2017. Being able to play football and then to coach football, then to coach in the NFL and to be the first Black female to do it, I had so many girls that were just inspired by my story. And then it was a life lesson for boys, not men, boys. So when I would visit a school, these boys are learning that women play football. So
Right.
when they get older and they're 25 or 30, when they hear a woman playing football or coaching,
course.
they're not going to think that that's a problem. They're going to
Right.
have grown up with that. It's
natural. Right, of
It's
course.
natural.
Absolutely. Yep.
So it's a learning piece for both sides. So I wanted to make this formal and go visit schools. I do motivational speaking engagements, fundraisers. I do football drills, mini camps with the
Right.
kids.
How do you have time to do this?
I have no idea. I don't know.
It's great stuff.
Um,
It's absolutely great
Collette,
stuff.
we're out of time, but I could actually stay here all day and ask you
Yeah,
so
we
many
could.
questions. It was an honor to have you on.
Halftime, okay?
It was an honor to have you on. Please
Thank
come
you
back
so much.
again. Please
Yeah,
come back
absolutely.
again.
It's an honor to meet you.
Thank
Honor
you
to
so
meet
much.
All right, thanks. Okay, guys, still to come, we have Anthony Ilario, better known as Uncle Tony of Tony's Tea Corner podcast.
With all the trending topics in the world of pop culture, who better to dish it with than my good friend Uncle Tony? Stay with us. We'll be right back.